very emotional moment in certain actions, and you are there and you are actually almost playing the game with them, but it didn't happen.
And I don't know whether you saw the clip last week, Pep being asked about Squeaky Bum time. Yeah. And whether what you made of that, and basically also, Squeaky Bum time, was that kind of, coming to your thoughts and kind of the pressure and everything that goes with it on Sunday? When it gets really tight and when it gets emotional, in that emotion, a lot of things happened. And games can become very chaotic. Things happen that normally they don't happen. And within that chaos, the magic can happen as well. And we have seen it many, many times. So let's see. Is the magic still possible Sunday? Because, I don't know, we thrive in the Premier League about those exciting games, those big occasions, the drama and sort of anticipation of it. We've seen twists and turns before. I think the magic is already happening because this is what I think everybody wants. Every football supporter, fans wants to live that it goes to the last game, to the last minute in the Premier League at this level, the most beautiful league in the world by far. And you have two teams, and on top of that, there are other teams fighting for other things. This is what we want. That's why it's the most competitive league in the world.
Thanks. Sam.
Cal, 38 games of football, hundreds of minutes and thousands of individual actions, and then Heung Min runs through 86th minute, and that's the title there. What was your feeling in that particular moment? Is that the beauty of football? Yeah, that probably I have to pick a player in the Premier League for that moment. It probably is him, But Michael Jordan explained it many times. How many times he had the winning shot, and it was always him. And sometimes yes, but sometimes he didn't manage to do it. And this is the beauty of a sport as well. So what can you do? Where did you watch that game? At home? Yeah. With the family? Mm-hmm. What was the emotion in the room? My kids running around the table and going like this. You can imagine. That's magic as well, to have the opportunity to be living there next to your families, to your colleagues, and being part of that. Because don't forget that not long ago, that was done 7, 8, 10 games ago. Were you the same? Were you head in hands, running around, or just cool? I was. To be honest, I was. Thank you.
Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
You've been involved in these last day season deciders with Birmingham City. Just for us mere mortals, what's it like to be involved on the touchline? Not as a manager maybe, but just to be in that environment.
Feeling privileged, and it's a great moment. You are there, and it's the unpredictability. That's what is like a drug, that you are there and you still have to earn it, and you want it so much, and it's uncertain. There's a lot of factors that can change things around very quickly, but when you manage to do it, it's just phenomenal.
And you've held the Premier League title, obviously wearing blue. Will it feel more special holding a Premier League trophy as an Arsenal manager? I know you've lifted it as a City coach, but as an Arsenal manager, would you feel that bit more special?
It will be, for sure, one of the best days of my life. And the sporting side, for sure, because that was a big dream that I didn't manage to achieve as a player. And I had another one as a manager. So if I can do it, and especially with the people that we work every single day, that will be someday.
And did it feel strange lifting it as an assistant coach? Because obviously...
It was great, believe me, yeah. It was great. Lifting this trophy is beautiful, regardless of what you do.
Thanks. Gary, come back.
Stop me, you said about sort of change. Some managers said they need to change a few players every summer, or quite a few, just to freshen up. Do you have in your mind how many you think you might want to change just to freshen up the squad?
My first thought is always improve them. So we have these players, how can we improve them? There are players that have improved, do they have another level? There are others that they haven't participated, maybe are not improved.
what am I doing wrong? What can we do better as coaching staff, as a staff, to improve them? And then if we see that there is no room or there is room for improvements with resources that we don't have, we look to the academy first and said, okay, is there something there that can really help us there? Hopefully, yes. And if not, you're going to have to go and recruit it.
To go back to Simon's question about your contract, would you have an idea of the date you want to do? Because you're talking to players who want to come here, and you need to give the target some sort of clarity as well. So that, because no one's going to want to come here if you're not here in a year's time.
Believe me, any player wants to come to Arsenal, regardless it's me or somebody else. That's not an issue at all. No. Me, every time I pick up the phone, they want to come. Everybody wants to come to Arsenal. So for sure, they're not going to come because it's me. It's because it's Arsenal and what is happening here.
Well, I mean, don't speak to Pep. You said don't speak to Pep. But at the end of last season, would you have met him in the pre-season tour or in the summer holidays and spoken about that season? And would you do the same this season? This summer.
We do analysis together of the season. Yeah, we play 19 holes in golf. So the first night it was me, okay, what I did against you, and he, no, we talked on the phone, very, very normal, but it's not an analysis. We talk about other stuff, believe me.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah.
Hi, Mikel. Back in 2003, you, of course, were a Rangers player. And at the time, I think it was neck and neck. It went to goal difference on the final day.
Yeah.
And you scored the last minute penalty. Rangers won the title. What do you remember from that day? What could you potentially take from that experience to the final weekend this time around?
One of the most beautiful days that I'd experienced as a player, for sure. And you can imagine how it was that stadium in Glasgow against your biggest rivals, and the uncertainty that, we didn't know their score. They were telling us we need one more goal. Now we are okay, we need another goal. And the 94, 96 minutes, it's a penalty, and we had to score that goal to win the title. So I looked around, nobody was picking the ball. I went and picked it up. The crowd turned around, they didn't want to watch it. I scored, and thanks God I scored, and we won the league, and it was great.
Can you take anything from that kind of experience into this Sunday?
Yeah, there is a lot, but that at the end you have to do what you control, because again, that day we had no control whatsoever, but we got some information, and sometimes that really lifted the energy of the crowd and the team, and hopefully that's the case, and that's the way we can use it.
Throughout the season, you've often mentioned about the impact of togetherness, family, and everyone obviously being together. Is there any particular moment in your playing career which has stuck by you, where you've been impacted in such a way where you think togetherness and family and that kind of aspect is so important in terms of football and aspect?
Yeah, I think in team sport it's the first thing that you have to achieve as a team, as a club. I experienced it with different managers. Talking about Damien Boyce, I think he was a master of that. As a foreign player, you come in a country, you don't need anybody, you don't know the manager, you don't know the language. So to feel welcome, to feel at home, to feel protected, to feel loved, to feel that you have a group of players, staff, that they are there for you is extremely important. And we have built that here for sure, and that's why it's a joy to work with them.
Thanks, Ethan.
Yeah, Mikel, just following on from that, actually, what kind of things have you done for the players to make them feel at home and to build that team spirit?
We have done. There's a lot of people, a lot of staff involved there. It starts from upstairs as well, how we make the first approach and how we treat people, how the families are involved in everything that we do, and having that support from them as well to acknowledge the importance of it, and then it starts to happen naturally. You need good people, that's for sure. You have good people, at the end good things are going to happen, and a good atmosphere and vibe is going to be around the place.
And just going back to 2019, you're obviously on the winning side over Liverpool. You beat Liverpool by a point, City won the league. If it doesn't work out this weekend, could you take some part from Liverpool's experience because they came back the next season to win the title?
As in sports, if you want to win, if you don't, okay, well, can you improve to be better and try again? And be ruthless with that assessment and understand the reasons why and try to be better.
Thanks, John.
Mikel, you said you could envisage yourself lifting the trophy, and it will either happen on Sunday or it won't. But in this weird season, there's another scenario where sometime down the line Manchester City suddenly get struck off, would that seem like a triumph if suddenly a year's time you won last year's title?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Manchester City just get their trophies taken off for 115 offences, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was looking like it would be a year. Would that still? Would you?
I want to win it on the pitch with the merits that we've done on that field. That's for sure.
I mean, because obviously you're in both camps. These are your achievements as well at City that are under threat, aren't they?
I think our achievement has to be that we have merit more than anybody else to win this Premier League, and that would be the fulfilling aspect, really.
Thank
Would
you.
prefer if it was settled 100% on the pitch.
Yes, 100%.
Thanks, Nick. Just for Sundays now, just a couple, please.
Hi.